guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deandra. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Although this is kind of lifestyle, but it's super personal. I'm going to be trying to tell my story in 5 minutes. I've seen a couple of these and most of the time people go over. I know I definitely could, so I'm going to try and keep it brief. If you have any questions or like want me to do like a longer version, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm 21 years old. I'm 21 years old. I live in Columbus, Ohio. I've lived here literally my whole life. From the second I was born to now, I've never lived anywhere else. I've moved all around Columbus, but I've always lived in Columbus or the surrounding areas. I'm a wife. I got married at 18, right after my senior year of high school. I got married really young. I have 2 kids. My daughter will be 2 this year in April, and my son would have been 9 months old this month, February. So I had a pretty traumatic childhood. I was abused. I'm also a survivor of sexual abuse or rape. I was diagnosed pretty young with bipolar depression. So young that it was the most difficult for them to really diagnose me because I was technically too young to be diagnosed with bipolar. In my adolescent years, that was like really kind of it was kind of like an identity crusher for me. I had a lot of those actually. At 12 years old, I was kicked out of my mom's house by my abuser and went to live with my godmother, who I just now call mom also. After years, I finally realized that like she's also my mom and I have 2 moms, and that's okay. But I got kicked out at 12, and you know, I'm biracial. I was never white enough for my white friends or family. I was never black enough for my black friends or family. So that was also like an identity crisis moment, but also being diagnosed so young with bipolar depression and trying to commit suicide so young. I was known as crazy because that stuff gets around. When I had my kids is when I think I finally started to like kind of come into myself. I think in my mind, I had no other choice. And so that's what I did. I just started to figure it out. I took 2 years off of school. When my son was born, I finally decided that I was gonna like go back to school. I needed to do something for them. I also started my own business, and I also started my own business when my son was born. You know, I was tired of working for other people. I was tired of missing out on my daughter's life, and I didn't want to do the same with my son. But all of these like identity crisis moments and trying to figure it out so fast when most people my age don't have to figure it out yet, led to another major episode of depression, and I was hospitalized a week after my son was born. My son passed away in October of 2018. He was 5 months old. And I have a lot of regrets about the time that he was here. You know, being hospitalized and just a lot of regrets from that time, and I'm tired of having those regrets. You know, it's time to like really propel my business, and it's time to just take every chance I have to love my husband and love my daughter, because you know, you take those moments for granted sometimes. But I've overcome a lot in my life, and everybody's told me like the older I got, it was like it's okay to slow down a little bit because I spent my whole life trying to grow up so fast. And I definitely want to revel in the moment, but slowing down, there's 2 different ways to slow down. There's enjoy the moment, definitely, but there's also like don't have any regrets, and make sure that you live in the moment, but you also do everything that you want to do, and that you just make sure that you're, you know, seeing the world, that you're starting those businesses, that you're chasing those dreams. And so yeah, I know I'm definitely over 5 minutes, so I'll definitely have to like jump cut this. Yeah, so there's my story in 5 minutes.